Andy White. Brenda Connors is here as well. And we are ready to raise the curtain and turn the ignition key. And it is Bombard who makes a great escape. Look like Steve McQueen driving in Bullet. Keeping him companionship on the outside is Keith Brown. Brown was very tough in his qualifying race earlier this evening. Sean Skinner in third as he gallops his way underneath the 43 of Rayum. And the leader, although he is surrounded by the enemy, is Mitch Bombard. Making his move on the outside is Brown. Brown surrounding Bombard. And the leader at the end of lap number 2 is Keith Brown. He has not led many laps in his speedboat career, but he has led that one. And now puts some distance between himself and Bombard. In third is Sean Skinner. On the inside of the track in the number 4 position, that is Bill Ryman. And Ed Ryan right behind him, trying to hop to the outside of him, is the 43 of Bill Rayum. But right now, the brightest bulb of the chandelier belongs to Keith Brown. One of the best early runs of his speedboat career. And this, I believe, is his third season in that number 75 Super X car. We have a three-way shootout for third, fourth, and fifth. Skinner leading. Right behind him is Ryan. To the outside is Ryman. And he is stuck in the middle. Squirted backwards like a watermelon seed. And now it is up to Ryan and Ryman to battle for the number 4 spot. And here is Ryan as he sizzles his way to the outside. Ryan has a spot all over him like felt on a pool table. Is that number 25 of Ryman, and it looks like Eddie Ryan Jr. is going to win that battle. It is still Keith Brown. Has never won at the Speedbowl. Could this be his night? We are just scratching the surface of this race, however. Now emerging from the shadows to contend for second place is Ed Ryan Jr. Mitch Bombard is held in there. Mitch Bombard now is under attack. This is one of Mitch Bombard's best races of the season. Here comes Ryan to the inside as Ryan torpedoes his way underneath the 10 of Bombard. And the time bomb sitting in car number 12 is Ed Ryan Jr. And he moves into second. And now trying to follow his shirt tail to move into the top 3 is Bill Ryman. So Ryman has gotten to the inside, and he gets into third. And Don Berg, very crafty in car number 29. He knows that the inside lane is the best way to go around, and he is trying to crowbar his way into fourth. So we have a battle for the lead. Here is Ed Ryan trying to get underneath Ryan. And it is Ryan flying across the line. Keith Brown has been demoted to second. Bill Ryman in third. And Ryman still has a lot of power left. Approaching the halfway point of this race, here is Ryman tucking the nostrils of his car underneath Brown. Ryman has second place on his mind as they scorch their way off the corner. It is Ryman on the inside, and he is able to wheel and deal his way into second. There is room on the inside of Brown for the Iceman, Don Berg, inside of the 75. And here is a 25. He is a point leader, so every pass counts for Berg. And he is able to gangbuster 3 wide. What a move by Dominic Abatello. Abatello, a sneak attack, trying to get underneath. Don Berg didn't see that coming, as Abatello decided to make it 3 wide, having a difficult time getting inside Berg. So Berg has some stamina in the fight for third, but Abatello eventually wins that battle. Brown is in fifth, Bombard 6. But up at the front, trying to pull away, is Ed Ryan Jr., but sitting in his lap, Bill Ryman. As Ryman trailing by the length of a Q-tip. Then it's Abatello in second. He was riding around in fifth place when he decided to go 3 wide, and it turned out to be the move of the race so far. Can he catch up to the number 2 man, Bill Ryman? We're on single digits in the scoreboard. 8 laps to go when they hit the line. And it is Ryan looking for his second consecutive victory. And let's see what the number 25 of Bill Ryman can do. In third is Abatello, and fourth is Berg. Brown in fifth. And trying to move his way into sixth is Will Rayum. And it looks like he will be able to do it. But it is not a done deal at the front of the field, as Ed Ryan Jr. has not been able to pull away from Bill Ryman. Ryman has a lot of experience, not only at this track, but in this division. And Abatello is still a factor. We have a fight for fourth, as Brown has come back to life in car number 75. And he was almost able to catapult his way underneath Berg. Ryan, that lead has not grown. So staying in the neighborhood has been Bill Ryman. As the plot thickens, Abatello, he might be the straw that stirs the drink before this race is over. As they swashbuckle their way into turn number 1, it is still Ed Ryan. You cannot give up on Bill Ryman. So the man from Southington is still a factor. So is Abatello. Don Berg is pulled away from Keith Brown. Brown made it interesting for a while. Will Rayum is 6th. Then it is Bombard in 7th. And Skinner in 8th. But it is Ryan opening up a little more daylight between himself and Ryman, as we will have 2 laps to go. And Ryman has to be careful, or Abatello will be down his throat in car number 20. But living the life of luxury at the front of the field, Ed Ryan Jr. trying to wire back-to-back victories. White flag is out. It's desperation time for Ryman and Abatello. But the driver in the spotlight, Ed Ryan, as he was able to get by Brown to take the lead, as he will be able to blockbuster his way into turn number 4. Ed Ryan, hard trying, T-Bird flying, Ed Ryan Jr. has done it. In second is Bill Ryman, then Dominic Abatello in third. Don Berg is 4th, Keith Brown 5th, Will Rayum in 6th, in 7th, Mitch